All right, we are live. Welcome, everyone. We have a very special guest with us here today. I have Robyn Grable. She is the founder of Veterans Ascend, who helps match military spouses and veterans to careers with companies who are looking to hire military talent. Robyn, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and then a little bit about why you started Veterans Ascend?
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Jamie. It's a pleasure to be on. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about this great initiative because hiring our military talent is it's critical to our communities and our families, and it's just near and dear to my heart. So I am a Navy veteran. I served for 9 years, many years ago. After I got out of the Navy, my story is kind of similar to a lot of the transition stories that are still happening today, which is what's driving my force to create Veterans Ascend and to have it be a platform for great career success out there. When I transitioned out of the Navy, I was told, we just don't know what your skills are. We don't know how to translate your skills. Go get a job as an administrative assistant and start over. So I basically did that, unfortunately. And like a lot of veterans and military spouses, became instantly underemployed, underpaid, and undervalued. So in addition to serving in the Navy, I was also a Navy spouse. So I've been through that side of deploying and PCSing and all those things. And we had a child while we were both in the Navy. So I've experienced that side of the equation. Veterans Ascend is really a platform. It's much like eHarmony, if you will, for veteran and military spouse employment. We translate occupations into a skills profile. No resume, no job search, no applying for jobs. Instead, we automatically match our candidates, our military spouses and veterans, to employers who are intentionally hiring military talent and really putting their money where their mouth is, because that is the only people that are in our talent pool is the spouse and veterans. So companies that are using our program are intentionally hiring our great military talent out there. So
That's wonderful. And I believe a long time ago had signed up for a Veterans Ascend account prior to becoming an entrepreneur. And I'm not sure at that time if how the algorithm worked and how it's changed over time, but I liked it then. So can you tell us a little bit, if you are a job seeker, if you're a military spouse or a veteran, and you want to sign up for a Veterans Ascend account, what are some tips to help us stand out to the employers that we want to find?
Sure. Great question. So the beauty of our program is that just by putting in your free profile, you put in your occupation and we translate that into a skills profile. Now they can edit that if they don't want to do what they did in the military, or they've had some career change that they'd like to have different skills. But the key part of it is to look at that skills list and make sure that is who you want to be matched to, because the algorithm does it one for one. When an employer creates a job profile, they're picking the exact skills they need for each of their jobs, and then our algorithm matches our candidates with them. So the way to stand out really is just to, one, have your profile and keep it updated, but really to look at your skills list and make sure that those are the skills you want to be matched on. Because the beauty of our program is you're going to match to a multitude of jobs based on your skills. So jobs that you probably wouldn't have ever thought to apply for. And if you did apply, could you get through the filters to actually get to a human being? So we are opening the doors to every occupation out there that needs the skills that our candidates have. So just check your skills profile and make sure that truly represents you well.
It's a wonderful tip. And I find in general, when you're creating an online profile, be it a LinkedIn or any other kind of freelancing site or what have you, it's all about keywords and it's about those skills. And so what a lot of job seekers do is they put lots and lots and lots of skills, and maybe they don't target to the specific industry of interest that they want to be in, or they're all over the page. And then it makes it kind of hard for the systems to find who they need to find. If I am an employer and I'm interested in finding some of your talent, what's the process for me to hire a military spouse or a veteran?
Yeah, it's super easy. Just go out to our website, veteransascend.com. There's subscription-based service, so you can sign up for a monthly subscription based on your hiring activity, or you can sign up for an annual subscription to get unlimited access for the entire year. So if you've got a lot of hiring activity, then you'll want to sign up for an annual subscription. It takes less than a minute to create a job profile. We have drop-down lists that will pre-populate certain occupations if that makes it easier for them, and they can edit those skills, or they can start just typing in the skills that they need and pick from our drop-down list, set the location and the salary range of the job. That's it. They hit save, they're done, and we go to work behind the scenes matching them to the top candidates in our database. And we also, our staff, also on staff, we have advocates that are behind the scenes working with our military installations, our military spouse organizations, our veteran organizations, to let them know where the jobs are so that they can make sure their profiles are updated and be aware of the opportunities that are out there. And you talk about, the skills and the keywords. Again, the beauty of our program is that we're doing the matching for you. So all you have to do is make sure that the skills on your profile are truly the skills you want to represent you. And then we're going to match you to any job out there that's looking for those specific skills.
That's wonderful. Well, as an employer, is there any qualifications I need to have to be eligible to sign up for this, to find your talent?
No, we have no restrictions. The only thing, we do ask that these are more than entry level positions, because our military talent brings such a wealth of skills and aptitudes, learning agility, leadership, all those things that they've learned for years. They've been trained for years, trained by some of the best, education in the world. And our military spouses are right there too, because when you think about and I know as a military spouse for myself, even though I was in the Navy, all of the relocation and the moves and operational planning of that and the logistics of that, all those things fell to me. So there's a lot of skills that go into that. And I think employers miss out on military spouses when they see gaps in their work history or lack of career progression. They automatically make assumptions about those things from the resume, and we've taken out those barriers. We truly want employers to just focus on the skills. So there's no limitations. We have employers coast to coast, every industry, and we welcome the opportunity to be able to connect those organizations with our talent.
Is there a way as a job seeker I can go into my profile and specify things like I only want to work part-time, or I want a job where I work from home? Is that an option for me as a job seeker?
Absolutely. So it's in your career preferences. You can put in what your availability is, if you want to work full-time or part-time, or just do a contract basis. You can put your travel, how long, if you want to travel 25%, 50% as part of the job, what the hours are that you'd like to prefer to work. So you put in those career preferences, and then the employers can see that on their side when they view your profile.
Wonderful. And if you are watching, I appreciate your viewership. Feel free to jump in at any time and ask Robyn any questions that you may have while we are live, and she'll answer your questions for you. And then later, if you're watching this after we've already closed out our chat, still feel free to drop in those comments and ask your questions, and I will make sure that the questions get to Robyn and she's able to answer them. So as we kind of get ready to close out our chat, we've been going on for about 9 minutes here. Is there any final words of wisdom or tips or advice that you would like to offer the job seekers who are looking to find an employer through your platform?
Absolutely. Well, I think one of the biggest things I would say in my experience is spend your time connecting and networking with people versus just applying for jobs online. Unfortunately, with the applicant tracking systems today and the resumes versus job descriptions, job descriptions are a task list of things that need to be done in the job, not the skills required for those tasks. And resumes are typically built on what skills or experience you have, not necessarily tasks that you can perform. So there's the disconnect there. So I would tell you, in my experience, just do your networking, connecting with people, find people that can connect you to industries that you want to be in. Our platform is completely free. And once your profile is in there, as long as you keep it updated, you are in it to win it. We are going to match you to our great employers. And our employer list grows every day with great employers, again, who are intentionally hiring military talent. So you know you're going to get into a company that really values your skills as a military spouse, as a veteran, because that's why they use our platform. So it's super easy for the veteran and military spouse, because all you got to do is complete your profile, and then we're going to do the work to match you to jobs. The other thing I would say is that be on the lookout for employers to contact you. Because you're going to get matched to jobs that you have no idea, you know nothing about. The employer is then going to tell you about the position and the opportunity and their company, but be ready for those emails to come through, those calls, those texts, and please respond to them, because you just never know what great opportunity awaits you.
That's wonderful. Do you have any upcoming hiring events or any networking or connecting events in the near future, or maybe even out in 2021?
Yeah, so we do a weekly walkthrough. Our great advocate, Neela Thompson, does a wonderful walkthrough every Friday at noon, and that will take our candidates through the programs, show you how to set up your profile, give you all the tips and tricks, also show you a little bit about the business side and the employer side. So be on the lookout for that. We also hold monthly webinars, different training opportunities, different events. So please follow us on LinkedIn and other social media, and you'll get notified. Also, once your profile is in our program, you'll get a bi-weekly email. We send out an email about every other week to our members to let them know about events. So check your email for that as well. But yeah, we do a lot of different activities. We're part of a lot of different groups and organizations, so a lot of stuff. But if you follow us on LinkedIn or other social media and be a member, you'll get those emails.
All right, we had a question as well from Janice, who asks, is there any hope for a spouse/veteran who followed her husband and raised a family to re-enter the workforce?
Absolutely. And again, the beauty of our program is the employers do not see a resume. So they don't see any of those gaps in your work history or any lack of career progression. All they see is how you match to the skills they need. So that's the beauty of our program, is that all of the barriers that come with resumes, which I, as an HR professional, I just really the word hate, but that's pretty strong for how I feel about resumes. But that's the barriers that come with resumes and the time factors in looking at a resume and determining how you fit into their organization. We answer the call on that and help them see, here's the skills I need, here's the skills this candidate has. Next is have a conversation, talk about how you add value to their organization before they make any other preconceptions or predeterminations that you're not a good fit. We break those barriers for you.
Awesome. You're doing all the heavy lifting over there.
Yes.
All right. Well, we've had a couple of, Janice, I hope we were able to answer your question there. If you are watching this, I included a link to the Veterans Ascend website in the description of the video. And keep an eye on the comments. I will be tagging Robyn. I will be tagging the Veterans Ascend pages. And then it will also be, if you're watching us on LinkedIn, this is also streaming to YouTube. So if you need to go back and rewatch and listen to what Robyn says, it's going to be there as well. I appreciate you, Robyn, for your time today. This was a wonderful chat. And for everyone else watching, I appreciate you.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you so much for all you do as well.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.